Welcome everyone to RoseGarden, our 250th place in our Second Life's Travels Phase 3 playlist here. I always like to make the 50th videos something special. And so here we are here today, and this is a place that I've had the landmark for quite some time. I think at least a couple of years since I found this place through the Mad P hunts. They're regular hunts where you have to go and find eggs or monsters or toys. Pretty much a seasonal thing. And we're here on this little dock area that's between these four islands, and what's interesting about this place is that the four islands all are seasons. So we have spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And we'll be doing them in that order, and so we're going to be landing at spring here. Which to me is probably the biggest area, just because of this giant treehouse that's here. And we'll be taking a look at it as well, because I think this entire area is public, I think, anyways. As you can see, we can see the spring flowers on the ground. Everything's pink and green, very bright colors. You can see the winter island on the area back there, and it's a very big island. Have various dancing spots as well. See a view of the treehouse I was talking about here. It's quite massive. And it's fully detailed up there, which we'll see in a moment. There's also another house over in the winter island. The summer and autumn ones don't particularly have actual houses there. They have little small places, but they're in general a bit smaller than the spring and winter ones. So we'll go back here into this garden-like area, which has a little river flowing through it. It also gives a little bit of a shrinking vibe to it, because everything is quite bigger than us. Quite bigger indeed. You see the giant rabbits, the birds flying around, the rainbow along the darkened corridor that way, which we'll take a look at in a moment. You can see some books laid out to read as well. There's a little doorway we can walk through with the book here, which is a neat little thing. You could probably actually put that in like a hallway or something and make an actual doorway out of it that way. But also works here out in the open. Cute little bunnies that are twitching their noses and ears a little bit. A little bit of animation there. Really nice view, I have to say. We'll go ahead and pop out this way, and that just leads us to the region barrier here, but we can see the bigger rainbow off here. So alright, we'll go ahead and make our way towards the treehouse up this way now. I am feeling a little bit under the weather, so if my voice sounds a little bit off, then that would be why. Nice little sitting spot here with the fencing around it. A lot of detail was actually put into this, I can tell. See a nice view of the flowers once again from behind us. Plenty of butterflies flying about. Alright, let's go ahead and make our way up these stairs. You know, it is a bit funny. I've been doing this for easily probably 10 years by now, and wouldn't have expected I'd still be doing this. recording videos in any case, probably about 10 years, 9 or 10 years. My account is 11 years old at this point, so it's fairly old. Nice view of the winter island over there. You can already see the other house on the other side there. I do like the views of the other seasonal islands you can usually see from every other island. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take a look around the outside of this treehouse first. There's a couple of spots we can take a look at. We can see a view of the summer and autumn islands over there. We have a tub here that has a little bit of rain going on with it. The pathway leads us back upwards. I'm pretty sure this goes roundabout to another doorway to the treehouse, but we'll see when we get there. It's been about a month at this point since I've last been here. It's a nice looking seat, and there's also a nice looking tree fountain over that way too. I'm not sure if this was added on, or if this is actually part of the treehouse. Because I know the treehouse is a pre-built, I believe. Because I think I've seen it before in other places. We'll go ahead and move inside. We can see various portraits of here of, at least it looks like, a picture of the treehouse. The summer isle, which isn't texturing quite right yet. And the left one, I'm not quite sure. Go ahead and make our way in here. The outfit I have on, which is basically a dress with some butterflies on it, is one I've had for quite a while, but I don't have usually a good chance of using it. But I figured this would be a very good chance of using it since it's very seasonal. And I guess this is like a kid house, or a kid room. All it takes is love, trust, and a little bit of fairy dust. Alrighty, had a little bit of a crash there. Nothing to worry about though. Got another saying up here as well. Everyone wants happiness, no one wants pain, but you can't have a rainbow without a little rain. Nice little saying. Yeah, this looks kind of like a kid's playroom. In fact, it definitely looks like a kid's playroom. So maybe this is like a family house, perhaps. And then we have a more normal-looking living room, I think this would be. Or a lounge, something along those lines. You can see the windmill things going by the window, which is really nice to see. Nice little fire, though in spring I would think a fire would be a little too hot. It's already getting up to like it's already getting up to like 90 degrees where I'm at, and then dropping down to like the 40s at night. Just flip-flopping back and forth constantly. That's Florida weather, though. It's never knows what it wants to do. And this cat has apparently blue screened the laptop. Rest in peace, laptop. A lot of little motivational poster type things around here, it seems like. We got a full-on kitchen going on here, which is one of the two things I usually don't see in houses, interestingly enough. Which this tree house does have the second thing, too, which I'll talk about later on. Yeah, people usually, skip out on kitchens, usually just because they don't have the room for it. Prims are always a fickle thing, land impact and all that, and you have to cut ideas out when you have to. I've definitely had that feeling before. This place does indeed have a fully styled kitchen here, with a lot of dishes and whatnot in the glass panels. Got some nice, what looks like lemons over there in the glass jar. Let me go ahead and take a look out this door here, and it looks like we have a nice little sit spot. Nice view of the islands. You can see it a little bit detailed more in that tiny little dock we were at before, compared to the size of the other stuff. Nice little treat station here. Wouldn't mind like one of the lollipops, actually. I still have leftover Swedish fish candy canes from December. Oh, a nice violin. We have a nice little picture of a cat there. Looks like a tabby. Knight and princess painting over here. It looks like we have a couple of rewards here, along with some cats hanging by another fireplace that's lit. Let's take a look at the rewards here. Okay, so this appears to be from Octoberville, which I've seen Octoberville come around every October, and I've never actually gotten a video of it yet. October is actually a really busy month for me, and I usually just grab a bunch of places and make videos on them as fast as I can, because there's just so much stuff going on. But I definitely think I'll do Octoberville in the future. Take a look at this sign over here. Every once in a while, in the middle of ordinary life, love gives you a fairy tale. And we'll go ahead and head upwards now. See what's upstairs for us. We have some more lounging area, it looks like. They can start seeing with the more unique areas of the treehouse up here a bit, with how the roofing and corridors are with that weird triangle look. I guess it didn't want to load up properly quite, so we'll just have to wait on that for a moment. Swans in love. Man, I could go for some waffles right now. Or maybe some nice oatmeal. Some nice brown sugar and cinnamon oatmeal. Man, that sounds good right now. And it's not even morning for me, it's like 11 p.m. at night, and I'm craving oatmeal now. I don't know. Well, it looks like the table's back. And this looks like to be a not quite sure what it is. It might be a copy of Life. Looks like it in any case. But yeah, Second Life has a lot of the tabletop board game type of things that are usually based off of something else, but obviously named differently. A lot of Leo stuff in here. I'm a Pisces myself. And I guess both of these signs are talking about traits of what a Leo would be. I guess positive and negative. I do believe your bathroom's on fire. You should probably look into that. And yeah, this is actually the second type of room that I was talking about before. You usually do not see kitchens and bathrooms in houses in Second Life. Usually, as I was talking about before, is that there's usually not enough prims around to actually build them up, unless you're really going for that proper house look. Like, you'll see more kitchens than you do bathrooms. Everything in here is quite pinkish, I just noticed. And you can see the windmill fans going by just right by the bed. That's actually pretty cozy, I would say. Just probably be able to hear the sound of the windmill going by right behind you. Anyways, there's actually another room in here, which this place, RoseGarden, a lot of the islands have like particular rooms that you could easily miss if you're not paying attention. And I guess the freezer didn't, or the fridge didn't have a close script or something. But yeah, down here, this door, it's kind of missable a bit. This area, and there's also another area actually that's a bit missable as well. Yeah, it looks like this is Greedy, which is a dice game of sorts that I think is pretty popular here, but I've never actually played it myself. And there's just some nice lamps on the tables there. And yeah, the place basically has its own bar of sorts. And the other room I was talking about that could be missable is actually right here behind the red curtain. You'd probably come in here and think the red curtain is probably to like some sort of stage or something like that. But no, it's actually an entire room. Yep. It's actually very bright in here if advance on. I'm not sure if that's due to the lighting of the outside itself, or if this place actually has it very light in here on purpose. But yeah, it's all moss covered and brightly lit, and has a bed in it and a mirror. It's basically another bedroom, I guess. Some nice wall scrolls in here. Basically of tree paintings. But yeah, that'll be about it for the spring island. Now we'll be heading off to the summer island. I had to think for a moment the way back. I have to go up here, and then I should be able to find a door to the outside. There we go. Yeah, that'll do. Since flying is on here, I can just fly from island to island. So onward to summer. But first I wanted to show off the windmill itself on the side of the house here. You can see how it goes by the... I think it's the second floor, maybe the first floor as well, and also that bedroom on the top floor, which I think is the third floor. So here we have summer. Which, as you can see, is fairly flat compared to the other three. There's not a whole lot of cover either, as it's made to look like a tropical paradise, essentially. Nice little pool with swirling water in it. A lot of fruit, a lot of tropical drinks, things like that will be laying around here. And it looks like they have a music thing here as well, but I always turn off the music things before I record. Got some nice colorful parrots, it looks like, flying around up there. Alright, we'll go ahead and go down this way. We can see down here some nice goldfish swimming around. I always like little details like this. Off this way we have a stony path to this little miniature island over here, so let's go ahead and take a look at it. Got a few other things around here too, like some swings over the water, which sounds like a pretty nice concept, I have to say. Got a little unicorn floaty here, and we also have this little raft off of here, but this might be off-region. Yeah, it is off-region. Very nice, though. And this is another sign from what we read before. It looks like we have a bar over here from what it looks like. Plenty of drinks on the counter. Summer forever. And we can also see the trophies and whatnot here once again. This one's apparently for the Mad Pea Summer Hunt. Bananas. Coca-Cola. Yeah, this one definitely reminds me the most of where I live. If I just went a little bit further down south, it pretty much would be exactly like this area, like a tropical island paradise type of thing. In the Keys and all that. Looks like there's some fireworks set up as well. And we got a lifeguard table here. It looks like they were eating some donuts, but I guess they left to go off ship. And here we have the little house, basically, for this area. So it's kind of more like a lounge, I guess. Family and anchor during rough waters. I almost said seas, but it definitely says waters. Every summer has its own story, but mine is a novel. So yeah, we got some new sayings here for the season. I guess they change out for each one. The beach is my happy place. Sand beach relax. Mermaids only. And then we have a little bit more going on here on these rocks over here. And we could res boats here, but I'm not usually a person to use boats or vehicles for that most. Unless it has to be done. I don't know, Second Life vehicles have always been a bit wonky. And we can see a raft down there in that pit, but I think we could probably reach it another way. Nice pot of flowers. And from here we can see the port again where we started at, and it looks a little bit closer now compared to the larger spring island we were at. And I guess these are all different snow cone flavorings, I guess. I've never actually had a snow cone before. Yeah, so it looks like we found a more underground place over here. Please don't feed the mermaids. I'll try not to. And here's that raft once again. I knew there was going to be another way through here. But yeah, it's like a little secret underground cave, which is probably the area that I would say would be the most missable for this island. If you aren't coming from a certain direction, then you'll miss this area completely. I think it's a bit dependent on either jumping into the pit from above or coming to this island first from the port here, because I think from the port you can see this spot. But if you come from another island, you could potentially miss it. But yeah, okay. So that was Summer Island. And now we're going to be heading over to the Autumn Island. Which, interesting enough, Autumn Island is kind of split up in two ways on its own. As you could probably see, there's a bit of a Halloween theme going on over here. Alright, give the time a place to res a little bit, and you can see plenty of pumpkins all around us. All of different styles and faces. This one over here actually looks like a mini house almost. But yeah, let's go ahead and head up into the spookies. Now, there's actually a fork in the road here, and we're going to take left first. As left actually leads to... I just see things got dark here for a moment, but it's going to light back up. Left here takes us to a more ordinary autumn area. You can see a lot of the autumn colors in the trees. Things look crisp. In general, I would say autumn is my favorite season. Though, where I live, there's essentially not an autumn anymore. This area looks very pretty, though, I have to say. The bright orange in the trees. When it rains, look for rainbows. When it's dark, look for stars. And that's our new one here. But yes, this is kind of what I was talking about with Autumn Island having a bit of a split to it. As we have this normal autumn area here, when we head back onto the path and head the right way, we're going to see things will turn back to night and get a bit more spooky. As autumn tends to be, at least here in the States, tends to be fairly tied in with Halloween, I would say. Like, honestly, I would probably say Halloween is probably the bigger event than I would say Thanksgiving, which would be the other autumn event that most people would think of. So it essentially has almost 2/3 of the island itself dedicated to a more Halloween theme, which is fine by me because I love Halloween. We have a nicely lit up crypt over here. Looks like it's been sitting here for a while with all the flowers growing on it. And we have a Mad Pea game here, which I think was part of one of the Mad Pea Halloween hunts. Zombie Hunter. It's basically like a shoot 'em up game, I guess. Got like a duck hunt almost. And we have a little building here as well. It's not a house this time, actually. And we have a little fortune teller tent here. Let's go ahead and see what cards are on the table. Eight cards on the table. Lady Fortune Teller. And here we have the little shop of nightmares. There we have plenty of seats outside the building here. We have a lot of little pumpkins on it. Honestly, I'm ready for autumn again. Can we just skip summer? And I hear everybody to the north of me just yelling no at their screens. Nice little waterfall up this way. Things keep changing from light to dark as I'm moving across parcel lines, I think. Nice little graveyard going on here with a zombie, yeah, ghost girl. Then we have this cat that seems very fascinated with this gravestone for some reason. And then we have a very friendly skeleton here just waving us hello as we come by. Scientist still does not want to text up. I'm sure it will, though. You can definitely see it says Little Shop of Nightmares. And you can see there's a lot of stuff in here, actually. A lot of different knickknacks and other things. Statues, hands. Quite a few hands, actually. A lot of potions up there as well. Hand holding up the light. One of those spooky portraits that I love that changes over time. And we have what looks like an eel in a case here, actually. Mr. Pickles. Seems to be swimming along just fine, though. Plenty of herbs and spices, they look like. And we got some more trophies here. I think the trophies are actually on every island, I assume, since we're 3 for 4 already and seen them 3 times. Ouija board, stirring cauldron by itself. Old style register there. Got a little baby phoenix glowing. Is this statue eyeing me here? Kind of looks like it. It does appear to be that way. Quite a few drawings out here on the papers. Shadowy faces looking down on us. I see another award up here. This one's definitely different, though, from the others. There's a moving picture frame here of a place that I haven't seen before. It's definitely not here. Not sure where that is. Let's take a closer look at this award. Ah, for the Peatonville Asylum. That was quite some time ago already. I think like 3 years. Something along those lines. Got a map here of what looks like a city, I think, of New Orleans. Entrance for employees only. It leads to the outside. Okay. And then plenty more portraits from where they came from. I guess this would be like the backroom office. Hocus pocus, I need coffee. With the sink here and the toilet over there, I guess this doubles as a bathroom as well. And we have some more awards here. I got another one for Oktoberville 2018. I think the first one we saw in spring was for 2017, but I can't quite remember. May have been a different one then, too. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, that was the Autumn Island. And now we're moving up to the most towering, largest island of them all. The Winter Island, which is basically a mountain range all on its own. The entrance is actually over here, with these bridges. So we'll go ahead and just make our way up leisurely here. Now, I guess Autumn Island didn't really have a kind of a missable spot to it, but Winter Island here definitely does. And we'll show that one off once we get up closer to the top. And here we can see a nice view of the Spring Island from another island finally. Since we have a little bit more elevation, we can see pretty much all of it. And I don't think I was supposed to just fall through the bridge, but those things happen. Nice little stream coming by here. My name's actually still on here from the last time I was here. This place is actually going to probably get a lot of traffic during the Mad P Easter hunt, which I think will probably be over already by the time this goes up, but I'm not quite sure. Now, I think I just, let me think for a moment. So I'm pretty sure I already passed up that spot I was talking about. Which really goes to show that if I literally was just talking about it and I already missed it. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So there's actually a passage through here that leads to a little camp area inside of the mountain range and basically inside of an ice cave. Which I think this area is actually pretty hard to notice right away because when you're walking up the path, it's sort of the black corridor kind of doesn't show itself very well. Back this way, though, there's not actually anything going on. It's basically just a bunch of corridors to get lost in, so we won't be going through here. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I could show that off because this is a pretty neat little area. But we'll go ahead and head onwards, upwards. Get up into the Winter Island proper here, which it should start snowing here in a moment. Yep, here we go. And here we are. As you can see, the house here is basically more like a winter lodge, which is pretty nice. Which, last time I was here, well, the second to last time I was here was during the Mad P Christmas hunt, and this place was just blowing up with toys to collect. It was a really big hot spot, so I'm pretty sure that's probably the Spring Island, since it's going to be the Easter one coming up, it's probably going to be the big hot spot, if it continues to be in the hunts in any case. There's always been quite a few places that are really nice looking for the hunts. Some of them stick around, and some of them are just around for maybe like one of them. And we're going to go ahead and just take a look around the house first. Go ahead and try and text refresh the sign if I have to. Let's see what it says here. Reindeer treats, sleigh rides, happy holidays. And it looks like we do have sleigh rides over here. Just a small little course, essentially. Nice view of the autumn and summer aisles once again. I think the autumn one is probably the smallest one out of the lot. Then we have a little, I forget what it's called. A sauna, that's what it's called. A sauna here. Which seems to have a little bit of a cave-in going on. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we'll make our way back up this way and take a sharp turn around the lodge here. Looks like somebody's building like a tree house or something in the trees here, and got some snowballs for a snowball fight. Well, the rabbits get ready for hibernating, I think. You can kind of see that the lighting is changing as things are getting towards night here. This place is on regular cycle for the region, I believe, because it was dark before I started this video up earlier. Well, not when I started recording, but when I first got here, it was nighttime. Looks like there's a fox sitting on top of the logs here. Nice little hot tub here, along with some nice decorative snowmen. Squirrels hanging out, probably trying to stay warm. Nice little place to sit out, I guess. I'm just trying to imagine how cold this would be. I don't have any snow where I live, so it's sort of like I have to think back on the 2 occasions that I've ever seen snow to think about how cold this would be standing around in it. Oh, there was reindeer here that we didn't see before. Guess they were hidden by the trees. And it's a nice little ice skating rink out this way. I think we've seen everything from the outside, so we'll go ahead and take a look at the inside of the lodge now. Place is decorated quite a bit differently compared to the spring one was. This one has a lot more warm colors in it going on. And it generally has a bit of more of a festive theme to it. And this is pretty neat to have like a round room like this where the piano sticks in pretty well. And they basically just have a little lounge here. Let it snow. We got a nice little desk here and whatnot. There's also another kitchen here as well. This one I think is actually the same one from the spring house, but it's brown and green now. I think the other one was a bit of a different color. We got some signs up here. Whine a bit, you'll feel better. Oh, that's a nice little picture there. I can't tell if that's a painting or an actual picture. Some nice little marshmallow treats there. Ooh, it's a nice little aquarium going on here, and you can see the fish flying around. Well, swimming around. I guess they kind of do look like they're flying because the water's so transparent. That's a pretty nice couch. I think that was actually from the last Mad Pea hunt, or last Christmas hunt, or something along those lines. Or maybe it was part of the calendar, I can't quite remember. And we'll go ahead and head on to the back area here. Snowy days, frosty nights, warm hearts. Yeah, looks like we found another bathroom. And this one has a very fancy tub in it, actually. Like, I could not imagine myself, like, sitting in a tub trying to use a computer or something in here. I'd be so afraid it'd fall into the water. There's actually a nice view of the outside here. A nice rose in a case. And we got the shower and the other things you would need for the bathroom. The sink, the toothbrush. And we have what looks to be a little bit of a... I think this is more like a guest bedroom, I would say. And we got another sign there, looks like on the table. Take a look at the portraits first. Everything's very, very festive here. I like it. A green alarm clock. It's actually pretty neat. Okay, let's take a look at what this one says. Oh. Okay, I actually thought it was another one of those motivation signs or something on those lines, but it's just the generic, like, put your picture in here. Oh no, I thought that was funny. And I guess this is, yeah, I think these must be like guest bedrooms because they're very similar. I do like that bobsled that's hanging on the front of the bed there. That's pretty neat. And we'll go ahead and take a look at this last room. But this portrait here is really nice. It's just a picture, but there has like a snowy effect layered on top of it, which makes it look really, really nice. And here we are. This pretty much looks like the main bedroom of the place. A lot of little miniature displays here of houses. Got a teddy bear down below. A lot of the trophies are here once again as well. A couple of new ones this time. That monster one, I think, is the one from Halloween. The toy one's probably from the one from last Christmas too, I think. Though I think they've done 2 toy ones in a row now, so maybe it was from the second to last, I don't know. This is quite a view, though, from the windows here, too, which is really nice. You can basically see all the way out to the pond. Fire burning brightly. Yeah, it looks like we have another bathroom here. This one's quite smaller, more compact. There's a regular tub in this one too. I have a few more motivational signs up here. You don't know what you got till it's gone. But yeah, that was RoseGarden, and I've been saving this landmark for quite a while now, just for an occasion like this. This is the 250th video I've put out for my newer set of videos, basically. And I really like this place. And I really hope you guys do too. You should really check it out. As said, it's called RoseGarden, as one word. Should probably show up in search. In any case, I will see you guys next time. So, see you then.